Okay. Ah! Oh my goodness. Such a dangerous activity trying to take the thumbnail. Do not try this at home, kids. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, hi, my name is Sydney. If you are not new here, hello. I'm so happy that you've made your way back. Today's video is going to be my spring TBR, which essentially is just some, but not all of the books that I want to read in the next 3 months or so, obviously during springtime. Not many of these books I think have much spring vibes. If you have any recommendations for like what gives off really good spring vibes, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Maybe some of these like might be good, but I also don't know because I've never read them before, so it's hard to know if they actually have spring vibes. But based on some of the covers, I think they work. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Oh, why? My hair just wants to look like stupid. Okay. I do plan to still do monthly TBRs for April, May, and June, but I am skipping on March, so I wanted to let you know a couple of the books that I'm going to be reading in March. The first books that I want to talk about are the 4 that I'm reading for book clubs and such. So if you didn't know, I have a book club with my best friend Janelle from Janelle Kayla. It's called the Coffee Break Book Club. There is an Instagram page that you can go follow, and we just announce the 2 books that we are going to be reading for that month. You can read along with us, and then we will have 2 separate live shows, one for each book, one on my channel, one on Janelle's channel, and then we can discuss it all there. So the first pick we have for March is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So I'm definitely going to be reading this very soon. This won the Goodreads Choice Awards for Best Sci-Fi in 2021. So I'm very excited for it, and I know so many people have loved it. I don't think it's gonna let me down because I'm a sucker for good sci-fi, and I love a trapped in space story. So it's going to be very high stakes. I also have heard that the audiobook for this is really great, so I might try and get my hands on that to follow along while reading the physicals so that I can get, you know, multiple character voices. I think there's also like some extra sound effects and music or something. So yeah, this is the first book we will be reading for our book club. And then the secondary pick is The Collective by Allison Galen. This is a thriller about revenge, I believe, and I haven't heard too much about it, but Janelle actually has already read it, and based off what she's telling me, I'm really excited for it now. So I plan to read these 2 for a special book club vlog that will be spoiler free, so you can look forward to my reactions and just watching me read these 2 in that vlog. And then of course, if you want to read along with us, you are totally welcome to, and then you can join the live shows at the end of the month. And then the next book club that I'm participating in this month is the Literally Dead book club, hosted by Books and Lala. And for March, we're reading The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Excited about this one because this is a lot of people's highly anticipated books of 2022. It is one of mine also, but I have read The Guest List by Lucy Foley. It was pretty average for me. I didn't love it or hate it. Gave it 3 stars, and I was able to guess the killer like right at the very beginning of that book. So I'm eager to try this next one by her. I love that there's multiple characters that you follow in this one. It says, meet the residents of number 12, a beautiful old apartment building in the city of light. The socialite, the nice guy, the alcoholic, the girl on the verge, the concierge. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. See you in Paris. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And then of course I have my family book club. Our next pick is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and I'm going to be listening to this one on audio because I got it on Libby through my library. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know too much about it except that I think it's like a mother-daughter situation. I could be completely wrong. Maybe let me look it up. I used to hear a lot about this like when it first came out, and like last year everyone was talking about it, and then I feel like everyone read it, so it's really died down. It was a Goodreads Choice winner in 2020. Okay, this one is actually, yeah, about twin sisters. They will always be identical, but after growing up together in a small southern black community and running away at age 16, it's not just the shape of their daily lives that is different as adults. It's everything. Their families, their communities, their racial identities. Many years later, one sister lives with her black daughter in the same southern town she once tried to escape. The other passes for white, and her white husband knows nothing of her past. The Vanishing Half considers the last influence of the past as it shapes a person's decisions, desires, and expectations, and explores some of the multiple reasons and realms in which people sometimes feel pulled to live as something something other than their origins. Okay, so those are the books as far as book clubs go. Then the rest that I have are actually just some that are on my physical TBR that I'm trying to get through for my reading an entire shelf vlog series that I've been doing, and I have 2 episodes out for that already. And now, of course, in the next 3 months, I'm hoping to have 1 whole shelf finished, also getting started on the 2nd shelf. So these are just some of the ones that are on those shelves. These aren't all of them, but I wanted to show you a few of them. First, we have some Taylor Jenkins Reid, After I Do and One True Loves, and I'm most excited for this one because I've heard it's like really heartbreaking. It has a little bit of a love triangle situation, so I think the premise sounds super interesting. This is about a girl in her 20s named Emma Blair. She marries her high school sweetheart Jesse, and they build a life for themselves far away from the expectations of their parents and people of their hometown in Massachusetts. But then on their first wedding anniversary, Jesse goes away on assignment and his helicopter goes missing over the Pacific. And just like that, Jesse is gone forever. Emma quits her job and moves home in an effort to put her life back together. Years later, now in her 30s, Emma runs into an old friend, Sam, and finds herself falling in love again. When Emma and Sam get engaged, it feels like Emma's second chance at happiness. That is, until Jesse is found. He's alive and he's been trying to come home to her all these years. Emma now has a husband and a fiance, but who is her one true love? And what does it mean to love truly? So this just sounds so good, and I feel like it's gonna make me cry, and I don't even know like how this is gonna go. I think this is probably gonna be one of the better love triangle books that are out there, so I'm really looking forward to it. And then the next one is After I Do, and this one is about modern marriage, the depth of family ties, and the year that one remarkable heroine spends exploring both. So Lauren and Ryan's marriage reaches a breaking point, and they come up with an unconventional plan. They decide to take a year off in the hope of finding a way to fall in love again. 1 year apart, and only one rule: they cannot contact each other. Aside from that, anything goes. So Lauren embarks on a self-discovery journey. They work on their own healing process and the challenges of living apart. She starts to question when you can have romance without fidelity and commitment without marriage. When love and lust are no longer tied together, what do you value? What are you willing to fight for? This is a love story about what happens when the love fades. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect from this one, but I'm excited to be reading more Taylor Jenkins Reid because I read 2 of her books so far. I've read Evelyn Hugo and Malibu Rising. So I'm excited to try more of her other romances. And another heartbreaking romance that I'm really looking forward to is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. You know, I love me some Colleen Hoover. I've read quite a bit by her now. I just want to keep on going. I'm so happy that she has so many books out there. Definitely want to make my way through them all. I think this is the only other one that I have my hands on currently, so this is obviously going to be what I pick up next. This one is about a married couple. Can a love story with a perfect beginning survive a lifetime between 2 imperfect people? We've got some flashbacks. There's a then and now, 7 years later. Memories, mistakes, and dreams they have built up over the years are tearing them apart. The one thing that could save them might also be the very thing that pushes their marriage past the point of no return. We shall see how that one goes. The Book of Two Ways by Jodi Picoult. I feel like there's a theme going on here. Like a lot of these books so far are like there's 2 paths that the main character can go down. Which one are they gonna choose? And it's like 2 completely different ways of life. So this one, obviously, you can gather that just by the title of this one. I think this one I remember is about a girl who is about to be in a plane crash, and her final thoughts are of a man she saw 15 years ago, Wyatt Armstrong. The main character's name is Dawn, and her 2 possible futures unspool side by side. She must confront the questions she's never truly asked. What does a life well lived look like? When we leave this earth, what do we leave behind? Do we make choices, or do our choices make us? And who would you be if you hadn't turned out to be the person you are right now? So I think this one's gonna deal a lot with regret, maybe some like unmet expectations, you know, with how she wanted her life to go. When her life is like flashing before her eyes, when she thinks she's gonna die in this plane crash and she doesn't, she's left wondering about her life because she was thinking about a man other than her husband. She was thinking about a different man that she was in love with 15 years ago. And so I don't know, this one just sounds like it could hit really hard. I'm not really sure. I'm not read anything by that author before. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so maybe spring is just gonna be full of tears. I mean, like spring showers, rain. That makes kind of some sense, right? Yeah, there's definitely a vibe here now. The next one that's on my TBR is A Little Life. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be reading A Little Life next month in April, and I will be doing a spoiler-free vlog for this. And I'm really excited to read it and see how it goes and to see what it's all about, because I don't really know too much. This book has its own reputation of being very, very sad, making everybody who reads it cry. I want to experience that myself, so that will be getting read in April. Okay, and then I have 2 more left on my TBR to show you today. 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is the most beautiful book that I own. I love it so much. I got it from Fairy Loot book subscription box. I'm excited for it. I think this is just gonna be a wonderful magical fairy tale. The colors on this cover are definitely giving me spring vibes, but also there's like some snow. Like it definitely looks like it's snowing, so it's like winter and spring. I don't know. A princess in exile, a shape-shifting dragon, 6 enchanted cranes, and an unspeakable curse. It will take more than magic to find their way home. Okay, and finally, this one is not as beautiful. This is my most tattered up book. It's H is for Homicide by Sue Grafton. This is actually my dad's copy. I'm so sorry, Dad, that I got all this water damage on it. I think I left it in the back of my car and there was like an unopened water bottle next to it, and it's seen better days for sure. But I'm really excited to be picking this one up because I have read Sue Grafton's other books before this. So she's written A through Y. Unfortunately, she did pass away, so she never got to write Z, which is so sad. But like I said, this is my dad's copy, so he has read all of them and he got me into them, so I'm really excited to be picking up H. This is the only one that I have. I've been borrowing them from my dad, so like when I finish this one finally, I can pick up I. These are cozy little mysteries, you could say, following a detective named Kinsey Milhone. I've loved every other one that I've read like this so far, so I'm really excited to be picking up this next one. But yeah, I think that's 11 books. But like I said, of course, these are not all the books that I plan to read. I'm really looking forward to spring, and I can't wait to be reading all of these and more. Let me know what's on your TBR for the next couple of months, something you're really looking forward to getting to. If you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts on them in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you very soon in my next one.